students, the topic of this session is delegates in C#. Delegate is like a pointer which we use in C or C++. The concept of pointer is that it acts like a reference for the value of a variable stored in some other memory location. It's just a reference. We use pointers as just a reference point. Similar to that, delegates in C#, it is, and since it's an object-oriented language, it's an object which refers to a method, or you can say it's a reference type variable that can hold a reference to other methods. It does not itself contain the methods that is going to be executed. It acts as a reference for some other method stored in some other location. So you can call it as reference type variable also. Delegates in C# are similar to function pointers in C or C++. It provides a way which tells which method is to be called when an event is triggered. For example, if you click on a button in some Windows application or in a web application, whenever you click on some button, some hyperlink or any Windows or web objects, browsing is nothing but clicking, selecting, double clicking. It involves all these events. Browsing ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we use all these clicking methods. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, we click on a button for submitting a form, for submitting the register number. ಅದೇನು submit button click ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, that is nothing but a button object from the toolbox. And we click on hyperlink, we click on video link. We keep on clicking on some of the items which we require or we want to view. This is the concept of browsing. In Windows applications also, without any internet connection, you are making use of some Windows based apps in your PC. There also you do the same thing. You keep on clicking. Whenever you sit in front of a computer, you keep on clicking some of the objects present in the applications. You either close the window button, you minimize or maximize, you will continuously keep on doing all these kind of operations until you shut down the computer. Whenever you are clicking on some object, web-based object or window-based object, in both the kind of applications, of course you don't have any option to click on any object in console-based applications. You do this kind of work only in graphical user interface based applications like Windows or web applications or mobile applications. Whenever you click on some object or a button on a form, some kind of code will be executed. This code, it may be stored in some other location, but whenever you click on that object, it will call that particular code. The button may not itself contain that particular code to execute whatever you want to view when you click on a button. It might contain a code, it might contain a link to that particular code which is residing in some other memory location. So what does we call this concept in a programming language? You have learned this since your C programming or C++ programming days. We call this concept of programming as calling the methods. Whenever you click on, you enter in some web application, you enter your register number, and then when you click on a button, it will call some particular code. Then only you are going to get the desired web page as a result, or desired window as a result in case of Windows applications. So here delegate acts as a reference to that particular kind of function which is going to be executed when you perform some event like actions. It's a type that represents references to methods with a particular parameter list and return type, and then calls the method in a program for execution. And you will make a declaration of delegates by making use of the delegate keyword. Delegate keyword ನೀವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಫೈಯರ್ ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಡೇಟಾ ಟೈಪ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ದಿ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್ ನೇಮ್ and the set of parameter list. Let's look into an example of a function based delegate. See here, this is an example. And in this we have several types. That is predicate delegate. It works with those methods which contain some set of criteria, and it compares whatever the code that has been executed with that criteria. If criteria matches with the code that is executing, then it takes some action or returns true or false values based on the condition. This is the syntax for predicate delegate. Again, access specifier public, delegate keyword, bool is the return type, predicate, this is the delegate type, and within angled brackets you are going to write the type of object, and it's a parameter list. Next you have action delegate. Next, third type is the function delegate. It's built-in generic type delegate, saves you from defining a custom delegate. Let's look at the example for this in Visual Studio. Here, this is an example for FUNC delegate. Here we have a function or a method called myMethod with 4 parameters of int type s, d, f and g. I am multiplying the values that is being passed into these variables and returning the value with the help of return keyword. In the main section we have declared a delegate FUNC with 5 data types. VAL, I am assigning the method called my method to this function delegate and passing the values through the VAL method. VAL it's like a variable. For this variable I have assigned my method. My method, when you make a call, when this piece of code is executed, which is val method, it will make a call to my method. My method contains 4 parameters, SD, F and G. 10 will be passed to S, 100 to D, 1000 to F and 1 to G. And this code will make a multiplication of all these values and present you with the result. So this is the result for function delegate. So from the example, we have seen that it's a built-in delegate which is defined under system namespace. You can provide with up to 16 parameters. In the example, I had provided with 4 parameters. Thank you all.